Welcome, sports fans. Thanks for joining us. It's the NBA on 2K Sports. With Brett Barry and Greg Anthony, this is Kevin Harlan, and David Aldridge will be joining us on the sideline as well. Look at Cleveland's starting group. The duo inside, Love and Thompson. Smith is out there with Isaiah Thomas, and it's James in at the 3 slot. And for San Jose, Kyrie Irving is out there with George. Then there's Ewing. Then there's Worthy. And it's Thurman in at the power forward. And he jams it right over Kevin Love. Wow!
And how about just floating to the rim on that slam?
Boy, when he gets up, he gets up. Smith outside. Back to Thomas. James outside. 6 to shoot. Kicks it out to Love. That 3 off the mark.
And if they know what's good for them, that's the way they'll defend against him every time he takes the ball on the 3-point line.
And here are the Cavaliers. It's LeBron with the drive. Worthy with the rebound. Irving passes to George. And he can't jam it through.
Yeah, tried to show off just a little bit there, but ultimately didn't work out. You know, he's going to get a few stares from his coaching staff and probably his teammates in the next huddle.
Now here's Thomas, and out of bounds, and San Jose gains possession. And just over a minute played here in the start of the game. Thomas against Irving. Over Thomas. A nice shot by Irving.
He's such a gifted finisher. Once Kyrie gets inside, he knows he's got you where he wants you.
Love with the screen for Thomas. And another miss by Cleveland.
And on an open look like that, he's very gifted at making the weak coverage play.
Irving's shot is good.
He could really beat you up from deep. Irving, such a sharp shooter.
It's been a slow start here for Cleveland. Still without a basket in the game. Smith against George. Love right side. And there's the call on Kyrie Irving. That's his first foul. Rose, he's checked in for J.R. Smith.
Coming onto the floor for Cleveland, number 25, Derrick Rose.
And the Cavaliers with possession here. 7-point differential. Here's Rose. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line.
And Rose, a fighter, someone who challenges defenders inside and attracts their attention.
Taking 2 shots.
The free throw drops for Rose. San Jose making a switch here. Russell's checked in. Rose hits them both.
At this point, you might as well go ahead and chalk up the points when he's at the free throw line. Pretty much automatic.
Here's Russell. And San Jose tacks on 2 more.
And right now, they're just focused on putting together good possession.
That's exactly how they got the lead. They ended up having multiple possessions in a row with good quality shots, knocked them down, and the game is fully in their control.
Here's LeBron after D'Angelo Russell's bucket. Just 5 on the clock. Thomas kicks to LeBron. That's good. And it's Thomas picking up the assist.
Instead of playing through LeBron, that time they set him up.
Here's Russell. And San Jose tacks on 2 more.
And hitting the mid-range jumper here early gives the defense just another thing to think about.
He's got to be a little bit more on their radar after knocking down something like that.
And the Cavaliers making a change here. Price checked in. Cleveland moving it around. On the wing, James. And the dunk by James.
And the defense making it too easy for LeBron James. Can't let him get that close.
Rose against George. From the arc. Thompson with the rebound. And So it's Thompson with it. He'll bring it up for Cleveland. Trailing by 4. Outside Thomas. Pass to Fry. Back to Thomas. Cleveland needs to get a shot off here. No good from Fry. San Jose leading by 4. Here's Russell. Off target with the open look. Thompson against Russell. And denied. He sends it right off the glass. There's the drive. And George kicks to Ewing. Outside Russell. It's good, and Ewing with the assist. Russell's got 7 points in the game.
D'Angelo needs just a little sliver of space to let that rip.
There's 31 seconds left to play in the first quarter. And Thomas, here we go. San Jose grabs the miss. Here's Ewing. Good D by Thompson. Cleveland trails by 7. James finds Thomas. And he could not get that one to go. Out of contact, and he'll go to the line for 2. That's on D'Angelo Russell.
You've got to be crafty to succeed in this league. At 5'9", Thomas is just that, a skilled, savvy point guard.
Good on both. 9 seconds left in the first quarter. Now Russell. That will count. No good on the last second attempt there. And we reach the end of the first quarter. San Jose leads. They lead by 5. And we'll be back in just a moment with the start of the second quarter. And for those of you just tuning in, the second quarter of action is where we're at right now. And looking at what we've seen from San Jose, what do you guys think?
Stingy on the defensive end in that first quarter. They were just getting up into people.
Just a great job, really, of making the game ugly, trying to muck it up a little bit out there.
And so in the game for the Cavaliers, they've got Channing Frye. Calderon is out there with Jordan Clarkson. Then there's Kevin Love, and it's Korver in at the small forward position. Pass to Frye. Launches a 3. The rebound by Thurman. San Jose leading by 5. Deep 2 for Russell. The offensive rebound. Worthy kicks to Russell. Good, and it's Worthy picking up the assist. Russell's got 10.
Well, the team gets Russell set up beautifully that time. Totally poised and no hesitation on that, too.
Russell against Clarkson. And stolen by Russell. Pass breaks San Jose. Releases. And good. As it just snugs right down through the net.
Well, he's starting to get into the flow now and the rhythm. This is a dominant offensive performance from D'Lo.
Some tough offensive sets. They want to turn it around.
Yeah, right now you just need a bucket to get some momentum.
And the timeout call here by Tyronn Lue. He wants to talk to his guys. And the Cavaliers with some changes. Nance, he's checked in for Frye. Smith comes in for Jordan Clarkson. And Derrick Rose is subbed in for Jose Calderon. Now here's Nance. Pass to Rose. Smith against George. Love with the screen for Smith. 4 on the clock. And plus, that one goes careening off the glass.
He is a tough defender, George. So good at reading shooters and getting to those shot attempts.
Drills it from outside. And look at how the hustle game has been going for San Jose.
I love the defensive concentration so far in this one. They're getting out on shooters and really doing a great job of disrupting the rhythm.
And they've sort of assumed control of this game with their pressure defensively. They've been into the ball handler. They've done a great job of swarming. So they're creating some turnovers. And they're capitalizing on them.
Now, here is Russell. Following the miss by Derrick Rose. George with no one around. Misses the 3. Cleveland trails by 13. Paul George with the steal. It's stolen by Rose. And Cleveland with another turnover here. Nothing offensively yet from them in the second quarter. For the Cavaliers, Jeff Green is checked in for Nance. James comes in for Kyle Korver. And it's Isaiah Thomas in for Rose. Now, here is Russell. This is the most they've led by 13 points. And another miss by San Jose. And here's Green. He'll bring it up for Cleveland. Smith inside, defended by George. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul.
Nice job by JR just to draw the foul. He's looking to shoot. He has no problem getting roughed up a bit.
First trip to the free throw line for him in this one. Channing Frye's checked in for Cleveland. J.R. Smith hits them both. We're just over 2.5 minutes into the second quarter. Russell looking it over. On the wing, George. Smith with the defensive effort. Cleveland trails by 11. And here is Thomas.
2 minutes remaining in the first half. 2 minutes.
In the corner, it's James. Smooth finish inside by LeBron.
Assertive move by LBJ, just taking what he wants inside.
Good on the shot. And San Jose leads by 11.
Another good play. This is how they built the lead. Calling on the right guy at the right time.
Basketball IQ is something that gets talked about, but its importance to a team showing up here, running plays that turn into scores.
And Tyronn Lue calls timeout. Looking for a breather, and maybe just 1 or 2 things to talk about. And San Jose go with the whole new group out there. And Cleveland with a change here, too. Nance is checked in. Smith against Robertson. Outside, Green. LeBron outside. Green finds James. Shot clock at 6. Beyond the arc. And James pulls it down. San Jose leading by 11. Irving surveying the floor. And Irving throws it down.
The defender has Irving closely covered, but he's just so determined to get through the contact and to the bucket.
Smith against Robertson. Smith the pass to Thomas. Green with a screen on Irving. Irving against Thomas. And the rejection by LeBron.
Big-time swat, LeBron James making his presence felt.
Pulls up. And San Jose takes on 2 more.
I tell you what, it's almost like stealing to watch how he plays the game from this seat.
Cleveland trails by 15. Now 8 seconds separating the 2 clocks. Outside Thomas. Driving the lane. It's that one to drop. First one of the game after 4 straight misses.
Huge hole in the defense that possession. He didn't waste any time cutting through it.
Robertson kicks to Irving. That's in, coming off the assist from Robertson. Irving's got 9 points.
And how about the vision there from the Big O guys? Beautiful.
Here's Thomas, and Adebayo sends it back. And we finish 1 half of basketball. San Jose leads, ending the second quarter with a massive 16-6 run. And join us right back here after the break for the start of the second half. After a very lopsided first half, we'll see if things play out a little more evenly here in the second. It's been a clinic out there with D'Angelo Russell.
Really impressed with the shot selection through the first half. Just taking what he can get from the defense.
Yeah, I'm thinking back to the first half. I'm wondering, did he take a low percentage shot? Everything efficient.
Here's Thomas. So with Worthy sitting on the bench, here's the 5 for Mike D'Antoni right now. Robertson is out there with Kyrie Irving. Then it's James. Then it's Bam Adebayo. And it's Keenan in at the 3, the small forward. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul.
It's just not easy to contain or control LeBron James. A nightmare when trying to stop him, especially on the drive.
That one is no good.
And not what we're accustomed to seeing from him at all from the free throw line.
Thomas, no good.
And even though he didn't get a piece of that shot, you love the pressure he puts on the shooter.
Yeah, that's the kind of energy that you want to see on every possession throughout the game.
Now here's Robertson. 5 to shoot. Here's Irving. Goes back up. LeBron grabs the miss. And here's James. He'll bring it up for the Cavaliers. 15-point game. Gets it to go. That one good from Adebayo.
Around the rim, Bam Adebayo makes so many things happen because he's so athletic.
Here's Thomas. And Adebayo sends it back. And it's out of bounds. Last touch by Adebayo. Yes, Adebayo. James kicks to Love. Love with the screen for Thomas. Back to Love. Connects from three-point range. Love's got himself going there. His first points of the game on the deep ball. Well, G.A. Adebayo came from very humble beginnings.
Yeah, raised by his mother. And Kevin Bam's main motivation in life was to get her out of that trailer. He worked extremely hard and now arguably a top 25 player.
Now Thomas following the three-point attempt by Kyrie Irving. Offline with his 3. Robertson outside. Driving in. He gets it in there. And San Jose leads by 16.
An inefficient defense there, guys. If there's one thing you want to try and take away from Robertson, it's the dribble drive.
And Tyronn Lue calls timeout. This will give him a chance to discuss some potential alteration. Two minutes into the second half of play now. Some nice passing by Cleveland here. Ball's not loose. And he hits the jump shot. Love's got 5 points now this quarter.
Precision shooting off the pass. Love takes no time letting that one go.
Keenan's shot is good. Here's Thomas. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line. It's going to be on Kyrie Irving.
And with the offense getting right to the rim, at least they saved the layup.
For Cleveland, they have been excellent at the free throw line here today. A flawless 6 for 6. Free throw good, Thomas.
And team-wide, they've been terrific from the line here. Just one of those nights when the confidence has spread from one player to the next.
And both free throws good for Thomas. San Jose leading by 14. Here's Adebayo. Rebound by Smith. On the wing, Thompson. He's guarded by Adebayo. Outside for Thomas. Love with the screen for Thomas. Into the lane and stolen by LeBron. Adebayo with the ball. Picked up by Thompson. Floats it up for James. Thomas with the steal. Pass to LeBron. Back to Thomas. Smith the pass to James. Thompson with it. 6 on the shot clock. And he lobs it up toward the rim. And it was still over the rim. Offensive basket interference. Rose is checked in for J.R. Smith.
Number 25, Derrick Rose.
With the prospect of making a big lead even bigger.
And you got to jump at this chance. Stretch that lead out as much as possible.
That's one of the best three-point shooters. You got to try to scramble the Jets right here and get that guy off the sweet spot.
Here's Rose. Good D by James. San Jose leading by 17. Irving for 3. And San Jose, another 3.
That's the guy they're going to keep going to, as they should. The lead's only going up if they keep feeding him.
LeBron passes to Thompson. Thompson, a screen on Robertson. Here's Rose. Can't cash in from close range. And here's James. He'll bring it up for San Jose. The rebound by James. Thomas passes to Thompson. And Adebayo sends it back.
And Bam aptly describes Adebayo's defensive impact. He packs a punch in there.
Just 2 seconds between shot clock and game clock. Outside for Thomas. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming out.
Wow, he got whacked. Shouldn't be much debate there.
This is his 3rd trip to the free throw line in the game.
Isaiah Thomas. 2 shots.
He makes both free throws. 16 seconds left here in the 3rd quarter. Nobody near Irving. Drills the three-pointer. Irving's got 15.
Now that pull-up shot right there, that ain't easy. And Kyrie, he made it look easy.
Goes up with a stripe, and there's Love. That's good on the assist by Thomas.
Isaiah Thomas.
And that's now 7 points for Love. Irving for 3. And the last shot of the buzzer doesn't go in for him. Well, through 3 quarters of play, down double digits, it may be difficult to overcome. San Jose leads by 19. And coming up as soon as we return from break, the 4th quarter gets underway. The 4th quarter in a game that may be already out of hand. San Jose leading by 19 points. So with Thompson sitting on the bench, here's who Tyronn Lue's going with. LeBron James is out there with Kyle Korver. And it's Smith. Then there's Calderon. And it's Fry in at the 5 spot.
And perimeter scoring, I have to imagine it was a topic of discussion at halftime.
Maybe trying to find a little bit more space and ball movement to get guys open at the three-point line. There are only a few players who can hit a teammate like that in stride. Beautiful assist.
And guys, he's been a one-man air raid coming at them time and time again.
Kind of like he's in his living room right now. He's found a comfort zone. Once he gets that, the defense knows they're in trouble.
And stolen by LeBron. Fast break, San Jose. Here's Adebayo. And Adebayo throws it down.
Well, LeBron makes a million decisions a moment out there on the floor. That time, another good one.
Irving against Calderon. There's the pick. Up top, Fry. Here's the 3. Kyrie Irving grabs the miss. Here's San Jose. Here's LeBron. And stolen by LeBron. Calderon against Irving. And Cleveland with another turnover here. Tristan Thompson is checked in for the Cavaliers. Rose comes in for Jose Calderon. Robertson passes to Keenan. The three-pointer off the mark.
And he didn't punish them for the weak coverage there, but they can't count on him to continue missing.
Thompson dishes to Korver. Cleveland moving it around. Thompson sets the pick for Smith. Down low. Thompson inside, covered by Robertson, and Thompson gets it to go.
Thompson shoots such a high percentage on the inside, most of his shots coming around the rim.
Rose surveying the D. Thompson outside. Pass to Smith. Thompson, a screen on Robertson. Smith, the pass to Thompson. And Adebayo sends it back. And that's out of bounds. Cleveland will retain possession. And Tyronn Lue calls timeout. He has decided it's the right time to talk.
Trying to snap them out of this little slump.
Well, they can't find the net right now, and all they need, I think, is just to get one to go, get back on track.
Some changes. Love's check in for Korver. And Isaiah Thomas subbed in for Derrick Rose. And it's the Cavaliers with the ball. Just 2 to shoot. Smith, no luck.
Not a bad shot from the mid-range, but he's giving it to him, and he's usually got an eye in that kind of range.
And Russell gets it to go.
So many of the plays they're running designed to create opportunities from deep.
And I don't know how they keep doing this, but every time down, the resulting possession ends up at the three-point line. And a fairly efficient shot attempt at that.
Stripped away. He lobs up the alley-oop pass. Oh, trying for it. Over to the wing. Three-pointer. And San Jose, another three. And an important part of every team's game, a look at the hustle stats for San Jose.
I like their defense tonight, and we don't talk about that side of the ball enough. You can really change a game when you get a bunch of steals and get out in transition.
And all game long, they've been finding blocks. Their focus on strong rim protection has helped stifle the opposing team's offense.
Here's Russell. Isaiah Thomas making his last shot. Russell inside. And the slam dunk by Russell.
Displaying superb leaping ability. Russell's electric in the air for someone his size.
And we're about 3.5 minutes into the fourth quarter. Smith outside. And here's Love from the arc. Trains it from beyond the arc. Love's got 10 points in just the second half.
And remember when big men shooting threes were as rare as a Sasquatch, and now those big guys are everywhere.
You have got to be kidding.
Hey, talk about taking things into your own hands. .114 left in the fourth quarter. Thomas passes to Thompson. Pass to James. Over George. It's hauled in by Pippen. James has gone 3 of 8 shooting from the floor. Thomas against Russell. Here's Worthy. Lets the three fly. Thompson with the rebound. James against George. Pulls up on the elbow. Love kicks to Thomas. James looking around. The shot that time not on target.
Well, he wants to shoot his way out of this cold spell, but the struggles continue.
Yeah, he's got to move on, forget about this sequence here, and try to find a way to get on the board.
From deep, George nailed from three-point land.
And George, a volume three-point shooter. He possesses outstanding confidence and leans into that perimeter game.
Now here is Smith. So it's San Jose picking up the win. And the outcome of this one was never in doubt.
And boy, they really put in a supreme effort. It just felt like once they had that lead and it was comfortable, they were not going to relinquish it.
And that about wraps it up. So for David Aldridge, Greg Anthony, Brent Barry, and the whole 2K Sports crew, this is Kevin Harlan thanking you for being with us. And now we present the player of the game, D'Angelo Russell. Hi, everyone. Thanks for joining us on 2K Sports. NBA action is coming up. In this game, we'll see Orlando going up against San Jose. This is Kevin Harlan, and by my side, Greg Anthony and Brent Barry. And from the sideline, David Aldridge. So with Pippen sitting on the bench, here's the five for Mike D'Antoni right now. They've got Ewing.
Here we go.
Paul George is out there with Kyrie Irving. Then there's Worthy, and it's Thurman in at the 4. And for the Magic, Carter is out there with Turkoglu. Then there's Howard. Then it's Jones. And it's White in at the point.
That's a tough rebound if you don't have the length that he does, so the size paying off.
Outside, Jones. Magic moving the ball around. Launches it from deep. Ewing gets the rebound.
He missed that one, but I've seen him drill shots from that distance in warm-up.
Oh, no, I know he can make it, but that's warm-up, so maybe just a step too far.
Nice effort taking the early lead. Here we go.
Take a nice deep breath. You score on that first possession. Gets the game started the right way.
Now here's White. Outside, Jones. Clock at 6. Puts the move on, and Ewing sends it back. Worthy, the pass to Ewing. The kick out to Irving. Good, and it's Ewing with the assist that time. Irving's got 6 points.
He could really beat you up from deep. Irving, such a sharp shooter.
Jones looking for an opening. Lets it go from deep. San Jose grabs the miss. And we're about a minute and a half into the first quarter. Worthy. And Worthy throws it down hard.
And this is right around the time when one team might start to pull away.
Yeah, this team is looking to add to the lead, trying to put the other team away, and threatening here.
Here are the Magic now. After San Jose picking up a basket just moments ago. White dishes to Howard. Looking to end the run. The shot, no good. Excellent defense there from Ewing. Here's San Jose. And George, here we go. And George with the stuff.
Their play on both ends has been superb. We'll see if they can maintain the momentum.
Like tonight, all the hustle plays have meant so much to this team. Now just sustain some of that energy and keep comfortable.
And now the first timeout called here for the Magic. And the Magic making a change here. Defense, San Jose. It's a 10-point game. Pass to Jones. Over George. Once again off the mark, Orlando. And he overdid it there. Too much force, it looked like, on the foul. He's called for the flagrant.
And Kevin, I got to tell you, he's probably fortunate to just get a flagrant one there. I mean, so much contact. The officials easily could have gone even harder on it.
Greg, I agree. He better be on his best behavior from now on. One more flagrant of any variety, and he's out of here. And a little over 2.5 minutes gone here in the first. A 3-ball. Yes, and it's Irving picking up the assist. George has got 7.
Displaying intensity right off the opening tip, especially on the offensive end.
Yeah, if you walked in at any point during this game to watch 5 minutes of play, one team plays hard. We know who that was.
And that's how you want to use your fouls, not allowing him to get to the rim.
And some stats here, guys. The scoring breakdown for San Jose.
Well, they haven't wasted any time getting into a groove from deep, putting up and hitting a healthy amount of three-pointers thus far.
Love the passing that they displayed at the start of the game. Great ball movement that's opening up some chances without really getting deep into the execution.
And so Jones nails both of them.
And you can tell he's feeling confident right now at the line, and when he's on, he can be lights out.
And George, here we go. And Jones pulls it down.
Let's hope for his sake that he does not try that one ever again.
Driving to the basket. Got a piece of it. And so it looks like the Magic will retain possession here.
Split second late, but almost came up with the steal there.
Real close, and I'm sure next time you might time that a little bit better and get a hand on it.
And Orlando making a change here. Reds checked in. And stolen by Kyrie Irving. And they're on the break. Just under 3.5 minutes gone here in the first quarter. Oh, good with the triple. Orlando trails by 13. Red outside. That doesn't go, and he's 0 of 1 from the field.
And you don't want to give up that kind of look too often.
The 3 from George. That's good, and he's now 3 for 4 from the field.
Yeah, they built up this lead 3 points at a time.
Well, a lot of importance placed on outside shooting, and tonight you can see why after that kind of quarter exploding from the perimeter.
Now here's Turkoglu. Scoreless thus far. It's right outside. Gets the 3-pointer to fall.
Well, you can see it's a matter of pride out there for these guys.
Not always the best scenario, but you knew something good was coming, Kevin, right?
Wow, and that sort of showmanship is just deflating right now to a team trying to get back into a game like this.
Ouch, Greg, that is definitely an emphasis jam. A big apostrophe or exclamation point, maybe even a question mark. Here's what Orlando's going with right now. Tumbo is checked in for Howard. Schrempf comes in for Hedo Turkoglu. And Jones subbed in for Carter. San Jose leading by 16. There's a 4-second difference from the shot clock to the game clock, and they pick up 2.
And this is what Paul George gives you offensively, a guy who can create for himself, obviously, but he can do it for others and do it at a high level.
From deep. He can't get it to go. He's off on that one. Paul George, he's been the guy making things happen for San Jose. He got into double digits for the quarter with 10 points total. We've got more in store for you right after this. And welcome back to the second quarter of action. Plenty of basketball left to play, but this one has been one-sided so far. And looking at what we've seen from San Jose, what do you guys think?
Well, pounding the boards is one way to gain an advantage. They simply owned the glass in that first.
Well, if you get physical out there, you can control the glass, and that helps you to control the pace of the game.
So with Pippen sitting on the bench, here's the 5 for Mike D'Antoni right now. Irving is out there with George. Then it's Worthy. Then there's Hewitt. And it's Thurman in at the 4.
And that was almost a block. Still did enough to alter the shot.
Yeah, altering the shot just as long as there's a miss. That kind of energy not wasted.
Not quite enough defense that time around. Just lucky he was off.
Here's Jones and Ewing with the block.
Timeout.
So timeout called here. The first for San Jose. The Magic making the switch here. White's checked in. Robertson, he's checked in for San Jose.
Substitution on the court.
San Jose leading by 18. Worthy trying to break free. Robertson's shot is off. And Orlando has possession. It's right outside. Good on the triple. Red's got 6 points.
This takes advantage of the D in a way that very few players playing today can do.
Timeout called San Jose. Russell with the ball. He'll bring it up for San Jose. They led by as many as 18 points. And another miss by San Jose. Orlando trails by 15. Quarter number 2 with just over a minute gone. And the basket by Mutombo.
And this team encourages Mutombo to take those shots, knowing how efficient he can be inside.
Russell kicks to Adebayo. Back to Russell. Keenan knocks down the 3-ball. Keenan's got his first 3 points of the game.
Sometimes it's the simple play that's most effective. D'Lo with a nice assist.
Russell against White. White for 3. San Jose grabs the miss. Here's James. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line. It's going to be on Michael Redd.
So hard to contain LeBron. He's explosive and clever and unpredictable. It's kind of a nightmare for any defense.
Guido Turkle is checked in for Michael Redd. And here in the second, 2 minutes gone by. Not much of the line there. That'll be a backcourt violation.
And that is just a deflating error on his part.
Yeah, he knows he shouldn't have made it, and that's just really overall a frustrating sequence that hopefully doesn't stick with him.
Russell passes to Pippen. Russell inside. White's there. From deep, LeBron. Good, and the assist goes to Russell. LeBron's got 5 points now in the quarter.
Well, instead of playing through LeBron, that time they set him up.
Jones against Pippen. Jones kicks to White. And they get it. And the basket by Jones. Jones has got 5 points so far.
Nice answer back there. Love to see the competitiveness.
Yeah, both teams finding ways to the three-point line and trying to take advantage from distance.
White goes in. Pass to Shrimp. 3 minutes of action so far in the second quarter.
And it's always been about the effort defensively for Pippen, known as a stopper and a fantastic shot blocker to boot.
LeBron outside. Outside, Russell. Drains the three-pointer. Russell's got himself on the board with 3 there.
Another good play. This is how they built the lead. Calling on the right guy. Timeout at the right time.
Basketball IQ is something that gets talked about, but its importance to a team showing up here, running plays that turn into scores.
Let's get an update on George. What's the status, David?
Hey, Kevin, I spoke with the head athletic trainer from San Jose, and unfortunately, it sounds pretty serious.
Thank you, David. Guys, the only thing you can wish for is that the prognosis isn't quite as bad as they're making it out to be.
Yeah, that's a tough one. Was really hoping for better news than that, but that does not sound encouraging.
Yeah, we always think about when players go down, how terrible a blow it could be for the team. We wish him well. I hope he's on the floor quickly.
Jonathan Kuminga. He's checked in for the Magic. Carter comes in for Jones. Just under 3.5 minutes played here in the second quarter. Here's Carter. It's White on the wing. Fires top of the key. And he gets that one to go off the front iron. White's got his first bucket in this one.
The IQ of White, reading those pick and rolls and just taking what the D gives him.
Russell feeling it out a bit. Pass to LeBron. Shot clock at 6. And James throws it down.
And making it look easy, LeBron overwhelms the defense inside.
Orlando trails by 21. Here's Carter. Sinks that one from the post.
I just think that's trouble. You're gonna let that guy shoot layups. You're asking for it.
Russell passes to Pippen. Good, and the assist goes to Russell. Pippen's got himself going with the triple, his first basket of the game.
Practically automatic shot there by Pippen. He knows he just needs the ball, and then he is good to go.
Mutombo sets a screen. White dishes to Mutombo. And it's Orlando with another.
Not getting old here. Seeing him make that lead pass with perfect timing.
San Jose leading by 20. 7-second difference, shot and game clock. James. Mutombo grabs the board. Mutombo's got 6 rebounds now in the game. And he'll be shooting his first free throw of the game here. And that one falls for White.
The athleticism and blinding speed White possesses is impressive. This guy plays with a lot of moxie.
Catching up on the changes for Orlando. Howard comes in for Mutombo. And Jones subbed in for Jonathan Kuminga.
Howard.
Here's White, and it's sent back by Russell. And he gets it back. And it's White missing. And here's James outside. No good on that one. And so it's San Jose with a 19-point advantage heading into the next quarter. And with as many three-pointers as they bring, it's easy to see why they're on the cusp of a blowout. And we've got more on 2K Sports coming your way after this break. And with a big gap on the scoreboard, the second half begins with very different goals for these teams. One side trying to mount a comeback, one side trying to protect their lead. It's been one outstanding game from George.
Well, we'll find out if they were able to find an answer for him over the break. He was scoring with ease in that first half.
Yeah, just way too easy out there, and I'm sure coach is going to make that a priority at halftime.
They've got Carter. Kobe White White is out there with Jones. Then it's Turkoglu, and it's Howard in at the 5. That's who's out there for Orlando. George with the ball. Jones covering. From downtown. George, no good. Orlando trails by 19. You know, Brent, when you wonder why GMs take a risk on project bigness, Bam Adebayo is an example of why they do just that.
Yeah, Kevin, it's not always about the project working out. It's about teams that have a plan for the project, and certainly Miami was able to do that. But you have to credit Bam. He put the work in. The guy has been solid. He's an all-star. He's continuing to improve, and he gives you everything on both ends of the floor every night.
And on the way from Irving for 3, traps in the tray. Irving's got the first points to start out the third quarter for San Jose. Irving against White. Turkoglu outside. Jones for 3. Basket is good. The assist from Turkoglu. Jones has got 8 points.
And I like the back and forth here, showing confidence from range.
It seems like they're going to find out who can make the deepest threes. Right now, it's a shootout.
Timeout. Haven't we seen that a few times today, guys? I mean, their defense has got to have a little bit more toughness about it.
Time call here. The Magic decide to talk it over.
Fans, Jordan. All right, that was your chance, Steve. Make some noise.
And here's White. He'll bring it up for Orlando. Pass to Howard. Over Adebayo. Howard misses. San Jose leading by 21. George looking over the floor. It's hauled in by the Magic. And here's White. Knocked away. It's stolen by Adebayo. Oh, the lob to Irving. And stolen by White. And here we go. 2 minutes gone in this third quarter now. They grab their own miss. Pass to George. Over Jones. And there's Paul George on the assist from Williamson. 14 points for him.
And George has been assertive in this one, shouldering the load offensively.
Now Howard. From 10 feet out, San Jose grabs the miss. Adebayo's got his 4th rebound in this one. Here's James. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here.
The field LeBron has for the game, unreal. In whatever situation he finds himself in, he always seems to have an answer.
And the second free throw, good. A little over 2.5 minutes off the clock in this final half of play. Left side, Jones. Carter, right side. Howard setting the pick for Carter. Hits it from three-point range. Carter's got 5 points so far.
No way he's going to pass that shot after D is way too far back and relaxed in getting out on it.
Orlando trails by 21. Pass to Jones. Fires from deep. And it's sent back by Irving.
And that's some crafty defense from Irving, managing to see that shot coming.
Here's Howard.
Because of Paul George's athleticism, he can do a lot of things. He turns guys over, he blocks shots, he's got great hands, he affects a lot defensively.
And it falls over the rim and in. George has got 6 points in the quarter.
Better to be lucky than good got that shot to fall.
Time call here. The Magic decide to talk it over. Without question, George is playing his skills today.
They gotta be using this timeout to think about a personnel change or a game plan change to try to slow him down.
Get ready to dance like everyone's watching. Way to go, everyone. Let's hear it for you.
1:25 left in the third. And James picks up the foul. And that'll be his third foul so far.
Third personal foul. Second team foul.
A minute 20 left to play here in the third. Shot from 16. Count it. Good. Jones has got 10 points in the game.
Can't talk enough about the subtleties in that setup right there. The assist, really the key to that entire sequence.
Howard with it, guarded now by Irving. Williamson with the block.
Plenty of muscle on the block. Zion loved knocking that one away.
Here's George. Adebayo passes to George. George double teamed. Williamson outside. James wide open. Off target from outside. Orlando trails by 21. It's 9 seconds separating the shot clock and game clock.
Big time swat. LeBron James making his presence felt.
Orlando making some changes. Tumbo is checked in for Howard. Schrempf comes in for Hedo Turkoglu. And Michael Redd is subbed in for Carter. Here's Schrempf. Another miss by Orlando. San Jose leading by 21. Outside, George. James sets the screen for George. 1 second left. What a play! Simply trains it in at the buzzer.
One eye on the rim, one eye on the clock. Nice job.
Yeah, it's almost like he's playing with the wristwatch there. He knew the time, he executed.
And as we conclude the third quarter, pretty much a blowout. It's been a one-sided affair. And it's time to bring up the State Farm assist of the game.
And I'm glad this was the pick because I love this pass. Such a great dish. That's what I call court vision.
Well, a great job with the eyes. And what separates great playmakers, as we know, is peripheral vision.
And there have been two very different performances from these teams today as we get going in quarter number 4. So with Pippen sitting on the bench, here's the 5 for Mike D'Antoni right now. Williamson out there with Adebayo. Then it's George. Then there's Irving. And it's LeBron at the 3. Here's White. Pass to Schrempf. And it's Williamson with the rebound. And so George will bring it up for San Jose. Fires the 3. It falls for basket number 9 from the field. He's taken 14 shots to get there.
Offensively, defensively, they are in total control.
Yeah, the other team a bit concerned here. They're trailing, and the lead seems to be growing.
And stolen by Kyrie Irving. Moving it up. Here's Adebayo. And Adebayo throws it down.
Watch out when Adebayo gets vertical. That's a big bam.
They're getting beat up pretty badly out there.
I don't care what anybody says. You can't keep the status quo. If it ain't working, you got to make some changes.
Red's shot is right there.
Now, that's a high percentage look when the D doesn't fight over the screen.
And the coach over there just asking for one simple thing, and that's some effort. Got burned on that one.
White against Irving. Mutombo is screen on Irving. And it's Turkoglu top the key. Red for 3. San Jose grabs the miss. And stolen by White. Here's Schrempf. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws. It's going to be on Zion Williamson.
Yeah, and the size of Schrempf there makes it difficult on the D, really forcing them to have to foul on the way up.
For the Magic, Dwight Howard. He's Checked in for Mutombo. Carter comes in for Hedo Turkoglu. And Jones subbed in for Michael Redd. Jones against George. Up and in on the layup. George has got 16 points here in the second half.
So good, so experienced. Paul George can convert the toughest of buckets.
Howard setting the pick for Carter. Pass to Howard. Great D that time from Adebayo. Now George. Here's Adebayo. Back to George. With the teardrop. Orlando grabs the miss. Howard's got 6 rebounds here tonight. Outside White. Pass to Jones. Lets it go with a 3. Once again off the mark, Orlando. Here's San Jose. George dishes to Irving. Going inside. Oh.
Well, if he wants to, Kyrie can drive at will. He's got out of this world shake and bake moves.
Irving's gone 4-7 in field goal attempts tonight. 57%. Jones against George. The Magic again can't hit. Here's San Jose. They're on a 12-4 run. A rebound by Carter. Inside. And Howard with the stuff.
No answer for Dwight Howard that deep inside the paint, always looking to throw it down.
The drive by James, and James throws it down hard.
Oh, okay. I guess LeBron wanted that one to sting a little. He put a little extra on that one.
Left side Jones. And Jones slams it in.
Oh, that's straight TNT, baby. Explosive.
That was pretty, and he just has that effortless knack for getting inside. And it's out of bounds. Pass touched by White.
Well, somehow they kept possession of the ball after that poor pass. They should be very thankful that wasn't a turnover.
Hedo Turkoglu is checked in for Detlef Schrempf. Irving passes to Adebayo. And the rebound goes to Howard. Howard's got his 7th rebound here tonight. Here's Jones. It's slammed in by Jones.
Showtime. Eddie Jones has incredible hops.
On the wing, Irving. White covering. A terrific move by Irving to score.
And guys, he's been a one-man air raid coming at them time and time again.
Kind of like he's in his living room right now. He's found a comfort zone. Once he gets that, the defense knows they're in trouble. It's been a struggle all night long from deep, but doesn't seem like he's lost his confidence. He's still letting them rip.
The 3 from George. And San Jose, another 3.
Saw the opportunity to put this away, and you could see the killer instinct take over.
Yeah, up until that point, a competitive game, but once they broke through that barrier, it was all them. Complete control.
Here's Jones. Zion Williamson grabs the miss. And so it's Williamson who brings up the ball for San Jose. Yep, that one goes in there. George has got 31 points.
Yeah, it was weird because it looked like the defense was ready for the move, but Paul George had a little something extra for him.
White the pass to Jones. Just 2 seconds between shot clock and game clock. And George gets the whistle that time. That's his first foul.
Second team foul.
Will it go? And it's Dwight Howard with the finish.
You cannot give Howard a clear lane to the rim. He's terrific at throwing it down there, especially off the quick first step.
Irving can't hit. White looking around. So it's San Jose picking up the win. This one was over well before the final buzzer. The fans were waiting for something to get excited about, Greg, but they never got it.
They sure didn't. I mean, they just rolled to this win. They made it look really easy. What an efficient performance at both ends.
Thank you for joining us. That'll do it for now. For Greg Anthony,
Thanks for coming in.
Get ready to rumble, young blood.
Looking good, MP.
Keep it going.
MP, how you feeling? Ready, MP.
Good evening, everyone. This is the fourth and final group. And these teams have had different stories so far in the NBA Cup. Greg, one is undefeated. The other is under 500 in these games.
Yeah, so that 3-0 team has major motivation, right? They want to keep the momentum going. But don't sleep on their opponent. They want to win to register some positive momentum and also focus on the regular season.
And for MP in this last group stage game, it's very important for him to have a great performance.
Yeah, MP has to be happy with his team's position in this final group stage game. All you can ask for is a chance to advance. Remember, MP's made it known he wants to lift that NBA Cup.
Now let's check out our starters for the Los Angeles Lakers. McGee out there with Jalen Duren. Then there's Doncic. Then it's Okoro. And it's Walker in at the 2. And here is Willis after the three-pointer from Walker. Here's Salon. Tried to answer back, but that three is off the mark. Greg, you think about oversized point guards, and the gold standard has always been Magic Johnson. Now you look at Luka Doncic, and he's certainly big for that position.
Definitely some positive similarities, right? But the big difference is one of those guys has 5 rings, and that's not a knock on Doncic. This is a team sport, but Magic's ability to affect winning was right there with another MJ, Michael Jordan.
Here's Willis after the made shot from Walker. On the wing, Hawkins. Covered by Okoro. Sinks the triple.
And he likes to get in a rhythm early. Nice triple.
Los Angeles has gone 1 of 2 from long range in the first quarter. Pierce with the steal. Got a piece of it. Tries to keep it alive. And about 2 minutes played here in the first quarter. And he drops in the layup off the glass.
Such a critical part of how their offense is going to flow. Things are only working when he seems to be on the floor.
Pierce against Walker. Takes a 3. Hits the three-point bomb. Walker's got 8.
And I love the tenacity, guys. He simply can will his way into games at times and exert his presence.
Now, here's Willis. He's been playing a big part of their offensive scheme, averaging around 15.5 points a game. Pass to Pierce. Shoots the 3. That one's a miss. His third shot of the game. He's made one of them. With a short break in the action, gives us a chance now to send it over to David Aldridge.
Well, guys, the professor in that last outing against the Trailblazers delivered quite a performance. He had 56 points, and as you may have guessed with him, a lot of those were on the 3-ball. Incredible effort on his part. We'll see if tonight means more of the same. Kevin?
Yeah, David, he was in attack mode all night long. GA really propelled them to that win.
When he's on, he is on. And there isn't all that much you can do to stop him.
And sometimes you can just look at a guy and you see the confidence that he's playing with. That's what I like best.
And great camera work showing up on the AT&T 5G Slam Cam. To halt the run. Salon, no good.
Oh, can't punish the defense for leaving him open that time. That's a frustrating miss for a really steady jump shooter.
When you find yourself up double digits in the first quarter, you know you're doing something right.
Well, dominant so far. That's the responsibility of the starters. Now let's see if everybody else who plays in this game makes the same kind of high-level contributions.
And so Chauncey Billups calls for the timeout. Wants to talk some things over, might be seeing some things to adjust. So for the Trailblazers, Klingon comes in for Jaime Jaquez. And Hansen subbed in for Willis. And the Lakers also making a switch. Eason's checked in. 1:24 left here in the opening quarter. And it's Pierce with the jam!
Gives a team such a great element having a one guard who can get to the 10.
Certainly something every team wants to have.
Like to see that assertiveness, especially from the guy who's going to orchestrate your offense.
Pushing it up. From deep, Walker. And again, it's the Lakers from deep.
Pretty easy right now. Clear out, give them some space, let them get to work.
Here's Pierce. Rebounded by McGee.
And this quarter, he has clearly been off the mark.
Outside, Walker. Gets it to go for bucket number 8. He's taken just 10 shots.
Guys, his consistency. In terms of shooting has really helped them seize control.
For 3, Pierce. Rebounded by the Lakers. And we've been following this group's absolute dominant season, winning most games in blowout fashion.
Truly record-setting fashion. Nonetheless, though, it's been demoralizing to teams facing this group. I mean, before halftime, teams are often down by 15 or 20 points. We might be witnessing another blowout in the making here tonight.
And didn't do anything fancy there, but didn't need to.
Nope, his only concern right now is getting the points on the board, and I don't mean style points. Here's Walker, fires away from way outside, and that shot was up in time, but doesn't go in. And so it's the Los Angeles Lakers, 13-point. And so far through one quarter, it's been a lopsided game. We'll see if that changes here in the second. And guys, the Lakers are pretty much in control here.
Yeah, in that first period, they looked to push in transition at every opportunity.
It felt like they knew that there were openings in transition and just wanted to keep trying to feed that, get out quick.
They've got Willis.
Oh. And this sort of awesome dunk is one of the reasons this team is in charge of this game.
Well, there's a swagger out there. You can see it on the court that they possess and are not afraid to show it either. And Portland has possession, following the bucket by the Lakers.
And he can time his passes so perfectly. Wow, what an assist.
Hey, Brett, what's one area where we really see these Portland Trailblazers excelling?
Well, they're great on the offensive glass. They have presence on the inside. They have a ton of focus on just collecting rebounds. So great at retrieving those misses.
Here's Hansen after the made shot from Walker. Now Klingon. He's averaging around 5.5 points a game. Now the Lakers on the break. And Walker throws it down hard.
Rising and punching it. That was an angry finish.
He wanted that dunk to stand out for sure. It's Klingon, top of the key. And it's blocked. Second quarter, we're a little over a minute and a half in. They get the rebound. The kick out to Walker. And he gets it to go. Walker's got 8 points in the quarter.
And boy, he's really in a groove. Dominant performance last game. Same thing this time out.
Seems to be nobody standing in his way. No roadblocks for him to get to his spot, capitalize, and continue to be aggressive.
And here are the Trailblazers now. After the made shot from Walker, back to Willis. Just 5 to shoot. Young, a screen on Walker. Three-pointer, Willis. And that one goes out of bounds. Last touch by Walker. And let's now take a look at the NBA Cup standings as the group stage winds down.
And it gives us a pretty good idea of who we're going to see in the knockout phase. It's been a terrific competition so far. And I think it's only going to get better when we get into that single elimination scenario.
Here's a look at some of the stats for him.
And guys, for a measure of how he's performing offensively, look no further than the true shooting percentage. There's been a steady drop in his last 5 games, and he's got to be scrambling now to get that feel back.
And through this early portion, Greg, of the season, we've had our fair share of surprises.
Yeah, it's fun to see the preseason predictions go up in flames, right? Every year it feels like we have at least one team that overachieves and shocks us all.
Now here's Walker. The shot missing.
For him, it's harder to miss that shot than it is to make that shot. I think he was anticipating a bit of a bump there.
Pierce kicks to Willis. It's good from about 19 feet. Willis has got his first points of the game. And so it's Walker with it, who brings it up for the Los Angeles Lakers. They'll host the Denver Nuggets after this one. That game will be a quick pit stop before hitting the road again. And now the latest from our reporter, David Aldridge.
Kevin, thanks. If you think Luka Doncic makes amazing shots in the game, you should see his trick shots. It's legendary stuff with his teammates. Luka says, I'm just making them up. I like to have fun, so sometimes I just try some new stuff. And of course, Kevin, he always feels like they're going in.
Thank you, D.A. He is a magician with the ball. A very creative mind, and it's fun to watch.
You can't just stop when there's a pick set up. Gotta fight over it as a defender.
That's one that the coaches will watch tomorrow with that player. You hate to see him give up in that situation.
Unwilling to let up even for a moment. That's his killer instinct, just fanning the flame.
Yeah, he's the guy that you want to go to right now, trying to put this one away.
And Portland making a change here. Hanson's checked in. Closing in on 4 minutes played here in the second quarter. Here's Pierce. Rebounded by McGee. McGee's got his 4th rebound in this one. Walker's shot is off. Well, it was the Los Angeles Lakers winning their last game against the Trailblazers in Portland. Pierce the pass to Chandler. Easton grabs the board. Lakers leading by 20. Outside, Walker. Over Pierce. And Klingon pulls it down. 4 points. Portland, they've gone just 33% from the field in what's been a cold second quarter for them. Just 3 of 9. Jaquez with the ball, and McGee picks him up defensively. Back to Jaquez. 5 on the clock. Chandler finds Pierce. Portland, no good that time either.
Maybe there are ways to contribute that don't involve shooting the basketball. That's the best way that maybe he can help them out in trying to win this game. Down the stretch, he's been flat out awesome. He helped them get the lead, and now he's making sure they keep it.
Portland no good that time either.
Man, you get so caught up in the bravado of someone scoring on you and you wanting to even the score. Unfortunately, he couldn't answer back.
From past the arc, and he was able to put it up in time, but doesn't fall. And through one half, it hasn't even been close. Los Angeles on top as they end the second quarter with a massive 16-6 run. We're going to step away briefly, but get you right back out here for the start of the third quarter after our halftime.
Hello, everybody. Before we dig into the game at hand, let's first catch you up on the trades happening around the NBA.
Halliburton is a Swiss Army knife. He's going to score, run the offense, and I like the length he gives you out the backcourt.
Definitely brings a lot to the table for him. Changing focus now to that first half, a brutal game so far for the Portland Trail Blazers.
They have to be better.
And that about wraps it up.
And with the second half upon us, we'll find out if this game becomes the route that it's threatening to be. What a game we're seeing from the professor.
Yeah, it's been a great performance from him, really staying focused on quality shots.
Yeah, this is showing that they're not going to play at anybody else's pace but their own.
Taking a look at the Lakers. Luka Doncic out there with Walker. Then it's Isaac Okoro. Then there's McGee. And it's Duren in at the 5. The Trailblazers shooting a low 30% mark from the field. Willis with it. Chandler with the screen on Doncic. Three-pointer, Willis. Chandler, no good.
They've shown some strength in the paint today. Their work on the boards has been impressive.
Shots good by Walker.
Okoro showing his ability to find an open teammate.
Portland's gone 0 of 2 from deep to start things here in the second half. And if you're just joining us, we played over a minute here in the third. They set the pick. Three-pointer, Willis. Portland no good that time either.
And they had some botched coverage that turned into no coverage.
Every year, Greg, we get a new batch of rookies into the NBA, and sometimes we're all guilty of judging them too early.
Oh, absolutely. I think we need probably 3 years to evaluate a player. You know, fans and media can be a little harsh at times, but not everybody develops at the same rate.
Here's Jaquez. He's been a reliable scorer for him as he's averaging up over 13 points a game. Pierce's shot is good.
Well, there it is. 0 of 3 to start the half, and finally something finds its way through the net.
Now here's Walker, and he's got 41. Lays it up and banks it in. Walker's got 43 points.
I mean, he is at his best when it matters most. This game is theirs as long as he can keep this up.
The Trailblazers have gotten just one of their first 4 shots to fall since coming out of the locker room at the break. Pass to Pierce. And he's fouled pretty hard on that shot, but he's got the chance to pick up the points at the line. And now, yep, this will be a coach's challenge. We thought that might happen, triggering a review of the personal foul.
And this is the time now where the officials can review in close.
The previous play is under review.
Getting a different angle can sometimes make it a lot easier to determine.
Indeed, and the one thing with replay review.
The ruling on the floor is confirmed.
And speed at which these players are moving at. And how fast the action really is, and how hard it can be sometimes, you know, Greg, to make the right call. And so the word is in. They've decided that the call stands as it was made on the floor.
And, you know, even if a coach still feels this wasn't the right call,
You got to acknowledge the effort being put in to reviewing it. The double checking, and the game continues on.
First one falls for him. A trend in the NBA, and one, Brent, that I like, new downtown arenas. They seem to be everywhere.
Well, Kevin, it's because you love to eat so much, and the restaurants are nearby, so walking distance helps. But, yeah, it invigorates the city. You have people clamoring to get to the arena, to get out of the offices early, and it really brings the community together. So you love to see that kind of energy and buzz around any NBA stadium.
Now, here's Walker. 43 points in the game. That one drops for him. Walker's got 45 points.
Defense shaking their heads. No idea how to stop him in this quarter. He's got him on the ropes.
Pierce with a wide open look. Good, and the nice assist from Willis.
And it seems as if someone got their signals crossed. If he can wind up that open from three-point range, I'm sure that was not a part of the game plan.
Shot's good by Walker.
I mean, he is bringing his game, guys. Another jumper from distance.
Right now, let's send it over to the sidelines and get a report from David Aldridge.
Kevin, thanks. A move that likely helped the league's parity has been shortening max contract lengths. Commissioner Silver says we used to refer to it as dead money, a star player toward those end years sitting on the bench. We've reduced max contracts to 5 years, and in some cases 6. This way, it moves to more pay for performance. Kevin?
I think, D.A., that's a pretty good business decision. It's going to have nice ramifications. And it's out of bounds to Portland. They'll retain possession. Klingon, he's checked in for the Trailblazers. A big group substitution here for the Lakers. Third quarter action, and just under 3.5 minutes have gone. Chandler a screen. 3 on the clock. Portland no good that time either. The Lakers have gone as spotless. 6 of 6 in the field since taking the court here in the second half.
And the great shooters know when they've got enough opening to go for the three. I didn't think it was a bad choice on that possession.
And here are the Lakers. They're on a 16-7 run. Eason passes to Smith. Here's Walker. And again.
And he's up to 52 points.
Yeah, making a GA look all too easy right now. Chandler with the screen on Walker. Here's Willis. It's hauled in by Los Angeles. Eason's got 6 rebounds here tonight. And another one falls. He's been absolutely ridiculous in this game.
You get the sense he just can't miss.
Here's Willis. 40 seconds left to play in the third. Pass to Salon. Back to Willis. Lets it go. Uses the glass to drop it in. And it's Walker with the ball, bringing it up for the Los Angeles Lakers. 19 seconds left in the third. Six on the shot clock. There's the three. Sinks the three-pointer. Walker's got 57 points.
And really the story of this second half, one team getting the shots they want, the other not so much.
This team did something in halftime, going from a mild-mannered half-court executing.
And so it's the Los Angeles Lakers with a huge 37-point lead to end the quarter. The scoring has been tremendous, and they are shooting light out with very high accuracy. We'll return shortly. And now let's go back to a play from earlier as we show you our state.
Another game, another win. Back to work tomorrow.
Hey!